Hey guys, it's Matador from the Venusian Arts. I want to talk to you guys today about a very important topic called microcalibration. And Jen and I, say hello.
Hello.
We're going to demonstrate various scenarios that occur in the field or in day 2 settings such as this to help bring that concept to life. I'm going to go into it technically, and then I'm going to go and reenact various scenarios for you. At a very high level, microcalibration is understanding what to do and when to do it. In every interaction, there are 4 primary types of communication that we've identified thus far. The first is something called an indicator of interest, acronym IOI. Second are IODs, which stand for indicators of disinterest.
And they're negs.
Exactly. Negs are one type of IOD, and there's others, and we'll get into that. The third is something called a DHV, which is demonstrations of higher value. These are, this is evidence to a person that you have survival value and survival and replication value for them. The fourth is something called a DLV, which is the reverse of a DHV, which communicates that there is some attribute of your personality or being that provides a hindrance to survival and replication value. So those are the 4 primary types. Consider these like chess pieces. These are your chess pieces, and by understanding the model, you will know when and where to throw your chess pieces. Have you ever, maybe some of you guys are at this stage in your game where you've prepared a stacking sequence, meaning you have one gambit after another and you've memorized them, and you go out into the field and you try to just go into the script. Natural, maybe, but it's still a script, and you just stack gambit after gambit. And sometimes an interaction will go well, and sometimes it won't. And you always wonder, why? Why did I mess this one up? And sometimes you do very well, but you don't really know why. You backwards rationalize, I had a good night as opposed to a bad night. By understanding microcalibration, you'll know exactly where you messed up, and you'll know exactly what to do to improve yourself the next time around.
Microcalibration is a model that pretty much entirely replaces the routine stacking concept.
Exactly. It can help simplify things in your mind, and you don't, in fact, it makes things easier. In fact, by understanding it, your game is slowed down immensely. It's so much more natural, so much more smooth. It doesn't look try-hard. It's just very clean and beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I'll be quite honest with you, it is a fairly advanced concept, and it takes a while to perfect, but once it's done right, you'll be lethal. So let's get into it. So I went over the 4 basic types of communication. Now let's go over the when and where, or what to do with these various responses. At every moment in the interaction, you're getting either an IOI or an IOD. We call these pings and pongs. So, for example, if I say, let's use a very common opener. I don't want to get creative here and now. So let's do something that's very known in the community, like Who Lies More, unrooted. Hey guys, Who Lies More? That's an IOI I have thrown to the set. I'm basically requesting data. Now, at that precise moment, 2 things are going to happen. At that precise moment, 2 things are going to happen. I'm either going to get an IOI back or an IOD back. Now, given the scenario that we're typically in, meaning we're in a public gathering, we're in a club, we're in a lounge, and we see a beautiful girl who's been hit on many times, statistically, she's going to think, because of the frame that we're hitting on her, it may throw an IOD back. This IOD back may not be verbal, it may be physical, it may be expressed in her body language. So let's look at it like this. Hey guys, Who Lies More? Even the slightest turn of their shoulder back is an IOD. Now, rather than go and throw the opener and throw a mandatory neg, I wait and see if I get this physical IOD back. So, if I do, here's my response. Hey guys, Who Lies More? I only have a second. I have to get back to my friends. So, what I did was, is I threw an IOI, which was Who Lies More? I'm requesting data. And then I see, before I even see, or before I feel, before I even slightly feel, that I'm getting an IOD back, I'll throw an IOD of my own to suppress that, which in this case is the false time constraint, which is a subset of an IOD. IODs can be negs, false time constraints, roll-offs, or any other type of subcommunication that expresses that you're losing interest in them.
Or compliance breaks.
Exactly.
She requests something from you and you say, no.
Exactly. Or rejecting value even.
Mm-hmm.
For example, a girl in A3 may be telling you a story, she's DHBing to you, and if you pong back an IOI after every DHB offering, it may come across that you're too easy or she's winning you over too easy. So what I like to do is throw a monkey wrench in it once in a while. I'll listen to one story, and if there's significant value in it, I'll give a genuine IOI back. But if she says something that isn't up to par, I'll say, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, with a smile, just to keep a playful overtone to it. But what I did was I rejected that value offering because I want more, which is another compliance test I'm throwing. And I'm going to make it easier for her to come back with something else or requalify that story. So to get back to the model, at every moment something is happening, an IOI or an IOD, okay? Now, there are sequences in this algorithm that you must follow depending on the communication type you get back.
My suggestion would be to construct the parameters of the fact that this is a timeline, you know, from the moment you open until you don't see her, you are on time. There is a timeline, and there are IOIs that pop in, IODs that pop in, and this whole IOD, IOI, and DHB and DLV compliance testing that goes back and forth among any two or more humans is, God damn it, it's not for me, I'm just telling it for you, so you can say this. It happens about 3 to 5 seconds, right? There's always something taking place.
So we have at every moment in the interaction, there is something happening. At every moment, you're either getting an IOI or you're getting an IOD back. Okay? We call this pinging, pings and pongs. For example, if I throw an IOI, that's an IOI ping that I'm throwing. What I get back is a pong. So if I say, hey guys, if I say something like, hey guys, who lies more? Throwing an IOI request, I'm requesting data, and if they comply, I'll either get an IOI pong back. Now, here is something that happens right in between. If I say, hey guys, who lies more? Now, if I'm in the frame that I'm the next guy in a public gathering because 20 guys have approached this woman, a beautiful woman, and I throw the IOI, and I should be able to see evidence of the pang that occurred. You have the pong, which is me throwing it. You have the pang, which is the internal reaction the girl is feeling.
An emotional pang.
Right. You have the IOI pong that I'm throwing. I'm sorry. You have the IOI pong that I'm throwing. You have the pang, which is the emotional reaction that is occurring. It happens very quickly. Then the pong is the manifestation of that pang that could happen physically or verbally. So for example, hey guys, who lies more? Guys or girls? Hey guys, who lies? So for example, hey guys, who lies more? Guys or girls? Now, they're going to receive that. They're going to say, oh, guys or girls. Well, what do I know? I know that they passed my compliance test, which is requesting value. I know they throw an IOI back. And I know that the pang was that they didn't feel discomfort, or it was a relatively good emotion. Now, it could have gone this way. Hey guys, who lies more? I don't know. Okay, so what happened? I threw the IOI. They felt something. It resulted in them showing me disinterest and not complying with my request for value. So if you look at this interaction, this 2 to 3 second interaction, it's a sequence of IOIs and IODs. Now, this occurs throughout the timeline of the interaction between opening a girl and starting a relationship with her. And as we go through the phases, we're using microcalibration to get from one phase to the next, rather than just stacking. Because stacking sometimes works if it just so happens the value levels between you and the girl, meaning her perceived value versus your perceived value, is such that
two DHBs creates attraction, and then two or three A3 qualifiers is enough for her to feel that you are actually interested in her. I mean, that's a very hit or miss type approach. Microcalibration will completely take it to a next level. So to get back to where I was, you have these two types of interactions. Now, based upon the response, the IOI or the IOD that you get back from the girl, there are various sequences of IOIs and IODs that you can throw back. I call these, they happen in chunks, if you will. So in this instance, I threw the IOI, I got an IOD back, so I'm going to throw an IOD back. And what am I going to do? Hey guys, who lies more, guys or girls? I only have a second. I have to get back to my friends. And then I'm going to go into the body of the opener, and I'm going to get off of it as quickly as possible because I know I don't have much time. And then I'm going to immediately DHB. Hey guys, who lies more, guys or girls? I've got to get back to my friends in a second. His buddy over there, and you're very little. And then I'm going into an A2 piece. I'm throwing another neg, and I'm going into an A2 piece because I know I'm getting IODs off the bat, and I need to start demonstrating value and continuously neg in order for them to have a different perception about me, because I know what they think my intentions are, or I know what they think my relative value is.
The top. So let's use Styles' Jealous Girlfriend, fairly common community opener, and reenact various approach scenarios. Now, let's say I'm talking with my wing. We're having a great time. We don't look needy. We don't look predatorial. We're smiling. Life is good. And there is a two set of lovely ladies over here. What I want to do is I want to stay congruent with my